It is a criminal offense.
Does it go along with the felony as well?
I think that it does, Judge. I think they just cited the felony and the traffic offense here. I don't know, did he go to traffic court?
Judge, for traffic case A9K U4JE, he was given a bond of $2,000.
That's the DUI.
That's why I asked the question.
Right.
So I guess in this county, the misdemeanors are separated from the concurrent felonies?
Yes. The traffic ones, yes.
It's odd, Judge. If it were listed as a misdemeanor, it might be here for the court to consider, but because it was listed only as a traffic, then it goes specially to traffic court.
Eventually, they'll probably merge it into one case, but at this point, they go to two different first appearances.
That's what I'm saying. What a waste of resources.
It is, if this is how the officer wrote this up, which is why corrections divides it the way that it does. It will end up under one felony information if the state ends up filing it that way.
Where's the suggestion box in this courthouse?
Judge also has a hold for immigration.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So, Your Honor, we have reset this.
Mr. Mayor, we'll need the Spanish interpreter, please.
Sorry, Ms. Corey.
Interpreter present.
You're charged with driving under the influence. He says your fourth or subsequent offense. How many DUIs does he have?
Enfrente del cargo de manejar bajo los efectos, tengo entendido que ya ha pasado lo mismo hace como 3 o 4 veces en el pasado. ¿Cuántos de esos ha tenido antes en el pasado? Le pregunta el juez.
No. I've asked only the prosecutor, not him.
Le pregunté, perdón, fue a la defensa, a la fiscal que le pregunté.
Your Honor, we had reset this afternoon for the state to look into that. I find 2 prior convictions, and one of the ones that's listed here, it appears to be open. I can show that to the court in a moment. If the court is inclined to allow me to share my screen, I'll wait for the interpreter to interpret.
Thank you, State. Señoría, habían programado esto para por la tarde. Yo aquí veo 2 fallos condenatorios del pasado. Uno sigue pendiente y su señoría me permite, yo pudiera indagar un momentico, averiguar más al respecto.
With the court's permission, may I share my screen and I can bring up the...
Sure.
¿Me permite compartir la pantalla, señor?
No, there was I think what that record reflected is probably just a suspension, administrative suspension by DMV. But there were 2 prior convictions, one in 2007 and one in 2022. And then now this is a 3rd charge.
Lo que parece que aquí es que seguramente fue una suspensión administrativa por los fallos inculpatorios que había tenido en el pasado, uno en el 2007, otro en el 2022, y aquí tenemos ya un tercero.
To clarify, this actually is the 4th charge, but he has not been convicted of the 3rd DUI in order of picking up DUIs.
Yes, ma'am.
Lo que pasa, de hecho, señorías, que este es el 4ro, solo que en el tercero todavía no se ha hallado un fallo condenatorio como tal.
I believe what the state highlighted, though, was a refusal, not the DUI.
That was the refusal of the 3rd arrest. I was trying to show the court that it has not yet become a conviction, which is why I agree with you, Ms. Corey. This is not his 4th conviction, or his 4th. He only has 2 convictions and he has 1 open DUI refusal. That's his 3rd in order. And now this that he's before the court right now would be his 4th arrest.
Well, the bond is $5,000.
La fianza son $5,000 desde el juez. La fiscal estaba explicando cómo el tercer arresto fue por rehusarse, pero para eso no existe todavía un fallo inculpatorio. Pero la fianza quedan $5,000.
Lázaro Barrios.
Judge, did you set the bond?
There's another count.
Okay, too many people talking at the same time. What's the question?
Judge. He has 2 cases.
No, ma'am. The other case is a traffic case that everybody's telling me that the other magistrate handled that.
No, Judge.
He has another entirely different case number, F251658 that is possession of a controlled substance.
I don't have it. Oh, yeah, I have it here.
Suspected MDMA.
Right. There's the one pill. I see it.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, are we on to another case or should I still?
No, it's after he got arrested for the DUI, they searched him. They found a pill that is suspected to be MDMA.
Entonces, después de que le arrestaron para el tercer cargo de manejar bajo los efectos, encontraron una píldora que se sospecha es MDMA.
The bond in that case is $1,500.
Y la fianza para ese caso serían $1,500.
Lázaro Barrios.
That's a bond out, Judge.
Excuse me? Oh, okay.
Bond out.
Alexander Astudillo. Charged with aggravated battery on a pregnant. I'm signing and entering an order of pretrial release condition to have no contact with the alleged victim in this case.
Judge, the alleged victim may be present. I think, yes, here she is.
That is the charge.
That is correct. And the victim is present before the court and I believe wants to be heard by Your Honor.
Oh, of course. Yeah, put it through. Is she with us?
Ms. Ochoa, you need to accept the request to be promoted. If you'd like to speak. There she is, Your Honor.
Hello.
Ms. Ochoa, how are you, ma'am?
I'm well.
Do you know Alexander Astudillo?
Yes, he's my partner.
How long have you all been partners?
Since December.
Before then, how long did you? Huh?
Since December of last year. I met him at work.
So since December 2024.
Correct.
How long have you known Mr. Astudillo?
Prior to that, just a month and a half, and then that's when our relationship started.
Are you currently pregnant?
Yes, sir.
How many months?
About to be 7 weeks on Thursday.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me?
I don't want a restraining order. I don't want to press charges. He's not a bad person. I just want him to get help. When he drinks, he gets really bad, and I just want him to get help. That's all I want.
Where does he work, man?
We work at Option Care Health.
Doing what?
He works in the warehouse, and I'm a pharmacy technician. We're both pharmacy techs.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony and the statements that you have given me are the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, man?
Yes.
Has anybody threatened you to make the statements to me?
No.
Are
It's in
you
my heart, and I've always told him that I just want the best for him. And it's all I want.
Are you afraid of your well-being around him?
No. No, just when he's drunk. I need him to get help.
I am, for the record, citing a release conditions to have, he may have contact with you, but non-violent contact. That means no argument, no threats, no pushing, no shoving. So he's gonna be able to have contact with you.
I just want him to be part of our baby's life. That's all I want.
Yes, ma'am. Is this your first child?
Yes.
Okay. What say you state?
Judge, I would
I'm
ask
sorry.
for standard bond with this modified stay away order, as the court has mentioned.
If I set a bond, Ms. Ochoa, who's gonna post that bond?
I talked to his mom. I was willing to help him out. I just want to help him. I just want him to seek the help that he needs.
Your Honor, there is someone who's here from a bail bondsman on behalf of him. So it looks like someone maybe from the family has already contacted them.
Is that correct, Ms. Ochoa?
I think somebody did to his mom. I gave him her phone number. I just don't know who it is.
Okay, well, hold on a second. You contacted the bondsman?
No, they did.
What is?
Let me tell you right now, because they sent me a message. Give me 1 second. If I'm not wrong, it's the Right and Right Bail Bonds by Lisa Trista Wright.
But let me ask you, this is totally foreign to me. I know that some lawyers buy booking records and ticketing records from the clerk's office and send letters soliciting business. Does that apply to bondsmen as well here in Miami?
I don't know the answers to that, Your Honor.
I don't know, Judge, but I think Mr. Astudillo thinks his mom reached out to a bondsman. He's reached out to his mom, so he's figuring his mom reached out to a
And
bondsman.
the reason I ask you, because this morning we were in a similar situation. That the inmate didn't know, the defendant didn't know who the bondsman was, nor did the other family members. Nobody knew how that came to be. I was just curious. Maybe.
Just waiting for the amount.
Are there any pretrial programs dealing with substance abuse?
The TAP program can refer for substance abuse.
That program is,
The alternative program, they should be in the courtroom.
no, the pretrial services here, I think. But isn't TAP, I know pretrial services is a equal opportunity provider. Is the TAP, does it have any restrictions as to who can go to TAP?
Yes, they can't take anything violent.
Oh, okay. That's
Here,
sad.
Your Honor, the representative is raising their hand to do if we want to.
What representative?
From TAP, you want to hear from TAP?
TAP is here and they're in here by here, I mean in Zoom, and they're raising their hand. We can promote them.
Sure.
The court can inquire.
That's Rebecca's been a long time.
That is going to be totally ineffective. I don't want me to order persons into programs in which programs are not equipped to handle this type of cases. So I'm glad that you're here. So you can tell me what are the type of cases that you all accept, what are the conditions of acceptance, and what are the services that are available, or at least the referrals that are available through your program.
Okay. Services, drug programs, Alcoholics Anonymous. We don't accept violent crimes. And if they need employment after their cases is closed, we can help them find employment.
Actually, Judge, I just realized he won't qualify for TAP because this is a crime of violence, it's a battery.
That's what I was thinking, but
They won't even take a misdemeanor battery.
okay. So, but at least now I know. Do you accept this type of? And what sort of substance?
I never heard of anybody being
order
Go
to,
board in and go to class or anything unless they're on. I don't know.
unless they're on probation.
Yeah.
What is your recommended bond, madam, in view of the statements made by Ms. Ochoa?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was muted. I would agree to a $5,000 bond with the modified stay away order. As opposed to the 7,500, which would be standard here.
I would ask if you would consider 2,500, Judge.
Let me tell State, on a normal case, I would agree with you. Knowing that Ms. Ochoa or the defendant's mother are actually gonna come out of pocket. Or rather than use this money to send them to, some substance abuse treatment. So I will set a bond of 2,500. Condition of this bond, Mr. Astudillo, is that you receive substance abuse counseling and follow up any recommended treatment. Do you understand? Mr. Astudillo, do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, Ms. Ochoa and I speaking with you, ma'am. I'm gonna enter a modified no contact order.
Okay.
Nearis Mateo Sanchez.
Spanish interpreter, please.
Mr. Mateo Sanchez, you are before the court charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and battery.
Señor Mateo Sánchez, usted está aquí porque enfrenta el cargo de agresión física con arma mortífera y de agresión física. Agresión física con agravantes, con arma mortífera y agresión física.
How long have you lived here in Miami?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo que estoy aquí en Miami?
3 años.
3 years.
Who do you live with?
¿Con quién vive?
Una amiga.
With a friend.
What's her name?
¿Cómo se llama ella?
Valkyria.
Acérquese al micrófono, por favor.
Valkyria.
Sanchez.
Sánchez.
Sánchez.
Where do you work, if anywhere?
¿Dónde trabajas? Si trabajas en alguna parte.
Sí, trabajo en un warehouse.
Yes, I work at a warehouse.
As to count 2 battery, I will set a $1,000 bond. As to count 1, state what is your recommendation.
Para el segundo cargo, la fianza serán $1,000. Para el primer cargo, ¿qué recomienda la fiscal?
$7,500 with the stay away orders.
$7,500 más las órdenes de alejamiento.
Judge, I would ask that you find no probable cause for count 1. It appears that the alleged victim came to my client's home, knocked on the door, exchanged words, and began to tussle with him at the house. Looks like he was defending himself on his own property, Judge.
What
Porque
deadly
yo estoy
weapon
pidiendo que
did
para
the,
el primer caso no se haya motivo fundado. Parece que la presunta víctima fue a la casa, golpeó en la puerta y se dio un forcejeo. Mi representado se estaba defendiendo.
what deadly weapon did the alleged victim have?
¿Qué arma mortífera tenía la presunta víctima?
It doesn't state, Judge, but also Mr. Mateo Sanchez was on his own property. Looks like the other gentleman began to fight with him. Looks like a possible burglary to battery on behalf of the alleged victim, Judge.
No dice, pero parece que fue, él estaba en la casa y parece que fue una situación de una agresión física para la presunta víctima.
I will find probable cause. Set the bond amount of $7,500
Hallo
with
que
a,
motivo,
with a no contact order with Valkyria Sanchez. The
hallo que
defendants to
motivo
have no
apuntado
contact with her.
y emite una orden de no contacto con la señora Sánchez, no puede tener ningún tipo de contacto con ella.
Your Honor, we've also submitted one for the victim of the,
I apologize.
Marlon Chiang.
Mary Chen, I had signed it, but it was lost in the paperwork. There's a no contact order with Mr. Chen.
También tenemos aquí una orden de no contacto con el señor Chan.
Moses Lanier,
Judge, can Mr. Mateo Sanchez go back one time with the police to get his personal belongings?
Le
Yes,
hace pregunta al
he
juez si
may.
le autoriza ir una vez para recoger sus pertenencias.
Moses Lanier.
Judge, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your ruling on the request.
Oh, I said yes, he
Oh,
may.
okay, okay,
El
thank
juez
you.
responde,
Sorry.
sí, señoría. Sí. Perdón, su señoría el juez responde, sí, sí puede.
Mr. Lanier, you're charged with a strong arm robbery and battery. I find probable cause for both state. With regards to the battery, the bond, count 2, the bond will be $1,000. With regards to number 1, state, what is your recommendation?
Your Honor, I'm just reviewing, these priors. If I could just have 1 second. They seem. These priors, there are significant priors, but they seem to be older, and I'm not seeing anything. I don't have in front of me anything from out of state. So I would be asking for the standard bond there of 7,500. Wait, is this?
Judge, Mr. Lanier does not have funds for a bond. Would you consider any program for him?
No, ma'am, that is strong arm robbery.
He's-
The bond will be 7,500 and 1,000.
And this.
David Lorick?
I might have missed this, Your Honor. Did the court mention the stay away order?
I have it now, and I sign it. You are to stay away from Sky Chef and not have any contact with JB.
Thank you, sir.
David Lorick?
Mr. Law refused, Judge.
All right, let's talk about that. Judge Marty had a full docket and somehow kept it running smoother than you'd expect. Considering all the overlapping cases and interpreter handoffs, he stayed calm, methodical, and even a little dry-witted as he sorted through a lineup of defendants with overlapping issues, pending charges, and more confusion than clarity in some of their records. One of the standouts was the DUI matter that turned into a bit of a tangle discussing prior convictions, refusals, and traffic court jurisdiction. Judge Marty navigated the confusion like a pro, clarifying which offenses were actually convictions, and which were still pending. You could tell he had no patience for redundancy in the system. He even joked about wanting to know where the courthouse suggestion box was, which, let's be honest, we've all wondered at some point. Then there was the case of Alexander Astudillo. That hearing had emotional weight, especially when the alleged victim, Ms. Ochoa, asked to speak. She was respectful, composed, and made it clear that she didn't want charges priests just help. for her partner, who, according to her, only becomes problematic when drinking. Judge Marty gave her the space to speak and genuinely listened, then asked thoughtful questions, confirming that her statements were voluntary and that she wasn't being pressured. It was a textbook moment of how to balance judicial protocol. With compassion, Judge Marty even dug into the logistics of who contacted the bail bondsman, clearly wanting to make sure this wasn't a case of someone being targeted or manipulated. In the end, he reduced the bond, not because he minimized the charges, but because he wanted any money spent to go toward treatment. That's pragmatic and humane. On the topic of programs, there was a bit of a detour into what pretrial services, like TAP, can and can't handle, turns out. They don't take anything with a hint of violence, which ruled out several defendants. Even still, the judge made sure to ask TAP directly on the record, ensuring transparency and understanding for everyone in the virtual courtroom. Another case that caught my attention was Nearis Mateo Sanchez. Despite his claim that the incident involved self-defense on his own property, Judge Marty still found probable cause and imposed bond with a no-contact order. He didn't dismiss the defense's argument, but he also didn't ignore the potential risk in the allegation. The court stayed balanced. Every case was considered thoroughly, but no one got a pass. And through it all, the judge never lost his cool, even when multiple people talked over each other or when interpreters had to jump between languages. That's not easy to do. So overall, this hearing had a little bit of everything. Tangled records, emotional pleas, discussions about substance abuse programs, and a judge who kept everything on track with both firmness and fairness. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one,